Okay, rail pressure. So it just ran showing 6 bar. We'll see if that builds up at all. If it even starts again. I've got 3 injectors that probably don't seal because I just took them out and slapped them back in without torquing them because I didn't have a torque wrench. So please start again. No. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Whatever it is, I don't like it, but I want to see more about pressure. It's just an engine. They make more. Oh, and then she's off. I saw 1,000 bar in there. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So I got the transmission jacked up a little bit. We're going to try to pull it off with the leveler. The only thing I think is still hooked up is the this guy. That's got to come off. And then fuel lines are off. The positive battery cable is still attached to the alternator. I was going to get it partway out rather than crawl underneath because that hoops behind the engine and there's a plastic sleeve that's bolted to the bell housing area that sits in anyway. So I was kind of hoping the whole thing would just kind of come forward and I could do it partway out instead of crawling around underneath it last time. So yeah, gotta get that guy out and then I think I can give it a try. Anyhow, it's out. I had to get some help from the wife because it almost rolled down the driveway, but out. So really I could have pulled these from underneath and then everything's a little easier, I guess. Oh, that's why engine's so schmooey. So I was leaking diesel and it was leaking all over the engine. And then bad exhaust. I mean, like, I hadn't covered the injectors or anything because if this gets rebuilt, I'm tempted. Well, not tempted, I'm going to do new injectors, but I'm also tempted to do a rail since this is the guy that fails and it's got high mileage on it. See, I think it's a different rail than the other van, but yeah, I'm just going to get it apart. And I don't know if I want to kind of like disassemble stuff off the block first or just throw caution to the wind, get the whole thing upside down, get the pan off. I guess I could do it from below too, it's just annoying. Well, it's kind of a relief, right, to know you're right. So there's bearing. Yeah, it sucks. What are the chances? Pretty high, considering, I mean, I'm running an 02 block and an 06 with a brand new 06 head, which the pistons, nothing touches, right? Because the pistons have a bigger cutout on this block than the old block. But if this is rebuildable, I'm putting my 06 pistons into it. Hindsight, I really should have kept that old block and seen if the machine shop could have done a rebuild and then decked that head. I could have had a whole engine just sitting here waiting to go in. Oh well, at least other thing, now that I know for sure, like, it's coming apart, no matter what, things are coming off. So it's before I put it on the stand, pull the flex plate, got everything, well, mostly everything off. Pistons look good. I don't see any cracks, but I don't know what the cracked piston would actually look like. So I'm gonna flip it over, knock those puppies out of here. Well, just enough out of the way so we can see the bearings, and then get the mains off and see which one actually failed. But like, I'm glad I kept the other cam trays because these, I mean, they're all, I can feel it with my fingernail. So I don't want to put these back in if the engine is rebuildable. A couple of them were like really bad, and a couple of them weren't. I mean, it's just this one's bad, not bad. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I hope I can do something with it. I guess worst case, maybe I can find a short block somewhere. I doubt that I'm lucky and that first time's a charm. That one's pretty blasted. The crank is fucked. I'm not gonna be able to use this. That crank is fucked. I bet they're all like that. I bet one went and I drove it long enough it took them all out with it. Oh, right, so for my own notes, this one has a 6 on it, 5, yep, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and from this side of the engine, bell housing on the right, I can read the numbers, they're right side up, so I'll know where all the caps go. But yeah, fucked, the other ones are okay. If the mains are okay, to the extent that they didn't spin and screw up the block, I can go out in the shed and see if I have my other crank that was a little worn but seemed okay. So good news and bad news. Good news first. Mains are fine. They all look fine. So this block itself is rebuildable. Bad news is I did not keep the crank out of the other one. It's possible, because I don't remember that well, that the damage was just enough where I was like, don't keep it. It's not worth it. Should have kept it, because I have a machine put oversized bearings in, right? Better than having to buy a whole crank. So now I need to just think about cost. How much is a crank going to add to it? Is it $300? Is it $700? I don't know. I'll look around and find a used one. Jasper has engines for 8410. It's not happening. I could buy a whole used van for that and pull the crank out of it, or just drive it and put all my parts on it. So I don't know. I made a mess.